Aloha on the ground. We are here with the one, the only, Sir Ken Middleton. How are you, Ken?
Hi, Aldrin. I'm absolutely fabulous, thank you.
Cool. And he's with, of course, Ohana Ukuleles. Tell us what Ohana has for 2016.
Gosh, where do I start? Quite a lot. This year we've got a lot of new models. This is the Sopranino recorder that we've had available for, I think it's 2007. This was one of the first small ukuleles available from any company.
Sopranino. Like that.
So, this one's been available. It's all solid. It's been very popular since we introduced it. But we recently introduced this model, which is based on the Martin copy that we have.
Nice.
And this is slightly lighter. It's a beautiful sound on this one. As with all of these tiny instruments, they sound a little bit better tuned up maybe to D tuning, or I like E flat tuning, but that freaks some people out. So D tuning is good, just a little bit tighter, just make the strings a little bit tighter than they would be.
Small 1M.
It is. But we now have this one, which is nice solid rosewood, mahogany binding, and a gorgeous cedar top.
Cedar top.
So
it's a treat, because usually people have to pay money to watch you play, so this is a free treat for people.
And this one, if we just compare them, this one is not a Sopranino, this one's the new Sopranissimo.
Sopranissimo.
Sopranissimo,
Sopranissimo.
This is the new, very tiny one, but it's got the same, almost the same scale length. So we've just moved the bridge a little bit this way, but made the whole body and the whole length of it even smaller.
Yeah.
So for people who want an instrument that is tiny, this is tiny.
That's the one.
Again, it could be tuned to C tuning, but it's going to be much more comfortable to play with D tuning or E flat, E tuning, or even F.
Oh, that thing.
But you can tune it to whatever you like.
Cool. What is it tuned to now?
It's probably not tuned to anything. Anyway, moving on, we'll go up a step to this. The SK28 has been available now for a couple of years. And we did a concert version of it, which was also just as successful. People love this because it's like a copy of an original ukulele that was around maybe 100 or so years ago. We actually modeled it on a real one that we own. So very, very popular this has been, but we decided that we needed a platform for a new 5-string uke. So
I like that segue.
we made this, which is a concert-sized 5-string. And it's beautifully light. I mean, feel the weight of that.
Ooh, okay.
Nice,
I'm a
nicely
fan,
balanced. It's got the same joint at the neck where there's no fingerboard showing, it just joins on.
Sounds sweet. It sounds really sweet.
It sounds lovely. So that's something for concert players who wanted this 5-string. Of course, with the 5-string, you can buy a 5-string set, and you've got the best of both worlds.
Right.
You've got the
low
G
and
and the high G. How about an
Speaking of more strings.
How about an 8-string concert? Now, this is designed to be a taro patch, which ideally should have unison strings, so unison A, unison E, unison C, and unison G. It would ideally be a high G. We're experimenting with this at the moment. We've got a low G and a high G fitted. But we are, I think, going to market it as a taro patch,
Oh.
which would be unison strings.
Right. Looks like it's like a high C and a low C.
Yeah,
also,
again, we're experimenting with that. This works well, but we just wanted to do something a little bit different.
Yeah.
There is a gap in the market for a taro patch. Now, this, like all the instruments I've shown you, is available now. They're not necessarily in the stores yet, but these are going to be made soon. They're not prototypes, these are ready to produce. So these are going to be available later in the year, as are all the instruments I'm showing you. Moving on.
So I was looking at this one earlier.
This is gorgeous. Now this is real koa from Hawaii, and
do you know where in Hawaii?
I don't know where in Hawaii. I'm not sure, but it's a lovely piece of wood. As you know, koa can be a little bit expensive.
Yeah.
This is not going to be cheap, but it's an instrument for people who like this sort of quality.
Right.
It's got this lovely beveled edge on it, which a lot of guitars and other ukuleles are doing now. It does have a function, and it just makes a beautiful finish. It's continuous with the binding.
Yeah.
So let's see what this sounds like.
Nice and bright. I got that koa signature sound to it.
It does seem to have that, doesn't it? Yeah. I only saw this for the first time like 2 hours ago. So
that headstock is interesting.
The headstock is unusual.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's what caught my eye, actually.
Yeah. I'm not sure about it. I think it might be good. It certainly works.
Yeah.
But
it's interesting. I mean, this is just to create a lighter headstock, because a lot of headstock usually they're more on the heavier side.
Yeah.
So it's probably just to release a little bit of the weight from the head.
I don't know. I mean, I think it just looks neat.
Yeah, that's cool. It's interesting.
Let's look at this one.
First, the Vita uke.
This is one of the instruments we've had available for a long time. It's called the bell uke. And it's very similar to the Vita. Here's the Vita.
Oh, there's the Vita.
That's the Vita. Both of these are
Both
instruments.
look delicious.
Both of them have been popular for a long, long time. We didn't invent this shape. We're just using the shape to make a traditional ukulele. This one is making a comeback. I think it's particularly nice.
Cool. It's cool.
I like the Vita too. Many people love this because of the big soundboard.
Yeah. It's
But
bright.
the bell uke is great.
Awesome.
And finally, let's see. For a long time, I've wanted a new baritone for the company, and this one is simply gorgeous.
Beautiful.
So we got a nice big chunk of
Rosewood.
book matched and solid. Got nice white plastic binding, a little bit of purfling, a little bit of real abalone going around the outside of the
bling on it.
rosette, a little bit of bling, and slotted headstock. It's very light. Want to feel it?
Oh, wow, for a baritone, that's
No, I don't.
surprising.
I don't play with a low G very often. Let's see what it sounds like. We'll try a different key.
Perfect. So
I love that. I want one myself.
this is not yours?
It's not mine. It's not
It
mine.
will be after the show
But
is over.
it is gorgeous. And that's called the BK70G.
Awesome. So if I were a new ukulele, brand new ukulele player that have never touched an ukulele before, which ukulele would you recommend?
Gosh, I would say on the whole, go for an Ohana.
Who's in that camp? Which
But-
Ohana though? I mean, you know.
Which one?
Yeah.
Seriously, I would tend to choose the best one that you can afford. Don't go for something cheap. People are happy to spend $500 on a new iPhone, but they won't spend $100 on an instrument that will really be something they have fun with for their whole lives.
I've never heard that comparison, but that makes sense.
It does. And so I would say go for the best one you can afford.
Yeah.
If you can afford an all-solid ukulele, perhaps go for an all-solid mahogany one, something like this one. Here's the concert model.
No, it sounds clever.
I personally use the tenor model of this, and it's
You happy with that?
It's the first one I bought.
All right.
I bought it
and you're
myself.
still playing it. I see
still
you
play it,
Yeah.
and I keep it by my desk the whole time.
So where can we find Ohana ukuleles?
We can find them just about everywhere now,
Everywhere.
Aldrin, just
Everywhere.
about everywhere.
Just about.
We've got some excellent dealers who will do their best to do a very good deal for you. They'll help you choosing, and they'll choose the right one if you need some help.
Cool. So do you guys have a website?
We do. ohanamusic.com.
OhanaMusic.com. Thanks so much, Ken. Thank you. I know your hands are full, but yeah, let's do one of these and do one of these. Right on.
Right on.
He's a strong man. So don't let Ken
Thanks, Aldrin.
fool you. Thank you so much, Ken.
Thanks.
Check them out, guys. OhanaMusic.com. It's Aldrin Guerrero for UkuleleOnTheGround.com. Aloha.
Bye, everyone.